Hey y'all, we are back for another episode of 15 Minutes with I am super excited about today's guest, Daniel J. Clarke. Okay, say that with your whole chest. Now, he believes that you should choose your heart, okay? That you should make conscious choices about what you do, what you believe, how you work, and what you choose to tackle in this world of work. I'm super excited. Back in Dallas. Daniel, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me, who the heck are you? Who are you? Who are you and what do you believe?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. But what I know so far
Okay.
is I am an HR professional
Okay.
who works in the early career space. I am a wannabe runner, a almost meteorologist,
Okay.
a son of Caribbean parents, and someone who's spiritual and loves life.
Okay. So wannabe runner. Tell me more about how many miles are you running? What's your time and distance like right now? What does it look like?
Well, the longest distance I've ever run was a 5K.
Okay.
And I did that, I want to say, in about maybe almost 30 minutes, I would
He
say.
won't judge you regardless. Okay. Yeah. And nobody else can. Okay. Because it ain't their business.
Yeah, wannabe runner.
Okay. Sooner. My grandmother would say, you're sooner to be one thing, sooner to be the next.
Right.
So you come from Caribbean descent. What does that look like? I'm, born and raised here in America. I don't know if you came over as a child or if you were born here. What does it look like for you, especially today?
Yeah, so I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
My mother is from the island of Montserrat, and my father is from Curacao.
Okay, so now I know the second place. Okay, but the first one, not so much. And I fancy myself to be a pretty good person when it comes to geography. So where is your mother's island actually located?
Montserrat is in the Leeward Islands.
Okay.
So very near Antigua, Barbados. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Y'all, we're getting a geography lesson here. Tune in for the next show so we can start bringing up the map with the little pen that the teachers bring up. I love that. So born in Brooklyn, now you're in Dallas.
Yes.
How does that happen?
I had the opportunity to relocate here with work in 2019.
Okay.
Single, no kids, no pets, and I took the opportunity. No.
Oh my gosh.
Lee, I've
This
never.
man's best friend.
I know, but I've never had a dog
You've never had a dog
or a cat.
Now, listen,
Only had
I don't. Those cats, I don't. I am deathly allergic to cats. Okay. I learned that the hard way. But dogs. I have an American Akita who's 130 pounds.
That's close to like what I would. Okay, maybe we cut that, but no, okay.
He's the size of a human. Okay. And he goes everywhere. I mean, he has a full attitude, talks back and everything.
130 pounds, I would. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Absolutely. So tell me, what's one piece of advice you would say to your younger self? Looking back over, you've had an enormous amount of career time. And I want to unpack what that looks like for you a little bit. But looking back, what's something that you would say to yourself, seeing where you are today and maybe where you started in Brooklyn?
I would say that you are perfect the way that you are. And we hear different variations of that, right? And for me, the things about myself that I thought were too quirky, right? Or maybe I needed to change, they are exactly what make me special today and what has allowed me to excel, in both my personal and my professional life. So I would tell my younger self, you're perfect.
You are perfect. I love that. What's a limiting belief you've let go of?
Wow. Well, that I have to be someone else to be accepted.
I was telling someone on another episode that my friend Nicole, she says, just be you. Everybody else is already taken.
Yeah.
They've already gotten all the roles. They got all the roles in the job. They've gotten all. If you just be you and you be you well, that's all you have to do.
Yep.
Just show up as you. When they ask her, I am Jamie Lee Cage Jr. I am me.
Exactly.
So there's this thing my grandmother says, anything that follows I am follows you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So why not be you, right?
Right.
What's one thing you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for my authenticity and my desire to just continuously learn, discover. It's this natural curiosity that I have. So, um, and that I think wraps into what I said earlier about just being who I am. I've always been that person that's been just, will try to embrace authenticity. So I want to be remembered for that.
So as you think about like your life, your career, you're focusing in on early career. Is that like from a coaching and mentoring or from a hiring and prospecting?
Yeah. So, well, yes, if I would say all of the above, right? So,
When I
um,
say cheese or no cheese. Yes.
so I run in an early careers team that recruits and also manages the program. So program management of the participants that we hire. But I myself am also a mentor and a coach for many of those young adults.
I think one of the underestimated things in the world for early career folks is understanding there is a difference between mentoring, coaching, and sponsorship.
Absolutely.
And if you confuse them, you might get yourself in trouble.
This is true.
There's a wonderful, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget her name, a wonderful person over at a company called Cross Country Consulting. Their name is, and they talked about this concept of coaching, mentoring, and sponsorship as well. Just the difference between them and why you need them both early career, but throughout your career, and the balance between the two. Well, between the three, really. Yeah. So I'm curious. There's no, fancy dog, which we will all judge you for later about that. In the comments, please, let's unpack this for him. Like, I don't know if there's like dog trauma or something like that. Or we're gonna set up a GoFundMe. Okay. We're taking donations. I feel like we should play some sad offering music or, from church when they play the offering music as you come through. Y'all, we're just taking up a few dollars to get Daniel a dog, which he probably doesn't want. Daniel, so I'm curious, what question would you like to ask me? I've not done this in a while. I did this with a friend of mine, Damien, in Charlotte. And I said, Damien, you have the mic. I'm going to move over here and let you ask me a question. What are you curious about?
I am curious about like what was the moment when you decided to like do all of these things, right? I think
No,
when you're young.
I still only got the,
Oh, see,
but keep going with
yeah,
the question.
I feel like if you ask like a small child what you want to be, right? They say I want to be a firefighter or something, right? But
Yeah.
you have like 20 jobs, right? So like when did you decide that you wanted to do all of these things?
Did you just call me Tommy from Martin? You got 20 jobs, but we don't know what you do.
But we know what you do.
I don't know that there was a moment, if like an exact moment. The podcast was an accident. I had no dream or desire to be a podcaster. I did not want to do this. It wasn't like, hey, this is this thing that I aspire to do. I started the podcast in August of 2023 because several of my friends and colleagues had been laid off. I was trying to find a way to help them.
Mm.
I didn't want them to put the, that dumb sign you put on LinkedIn that people get super inferior about, they feel bad about, they hate putting out there, that open to work. Especially when you've done so much for an organization, you felt like you were bringing the value and you felt like you were showing up, and now you don't have that thing that you associated yourself with. And so I reached out to some of my friends and I was like, listen, what if I interviewed you on LinkedIn? What if I just asked you questions that maybe HR or managers cannot ask you, but it still would be good to know who you are, what you believe, how you work, what's important to you, how you balance your life. Do you have kids? Do you not have kids? Do you like dogs and cats? Okay. Do you have them? Will you need potty breaks for your dogs? I understand, those types of things. And so at first, several of them said no. Okay. They were like, I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm super nervous. And eventually, I asked my friend Nikisha Williams, would she come and be my first guest? And if you don't know her, y'all go check out Nikisha Williams. She is absolutely phenomenal. But she was my first guest. And then it just created this triple effect to give people a space that they don't often get to talk about things they don't often get to talk about, to be in a light that they're not often in.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the folks that come on this show are not people who live their lives in the light.
Mm-hmm.
They are orchestrating things that organizations have no idea that they are conquering. They are unsung heroes. They are the people that are making sure that the teams stay employed, that the culture is carried and it's not just some backdrop of words on a wall. They are ERP and transformation experts. They are configuring inside of Workday or whatever other system, Infor, Lawson, or ADP, or Paylocity, or Bamboo HR. They are making things happen. And the organization doesn't always fully get to see them because they're not in operations, because they're not salespeople, because they're not out there on the front runner. So that is actually how he started. Now we've had entrepreneurs, we've had underwater basket weavers, we've had soldiers. We even are going to have in the future this weird, crazy Air Force person. I didn't even know that they were still making Air Force people. Apparently they are, but I'm joking. Air Force, don't take it. I proposed to my spouse on the birthday of the Air Force. Okay, 9/18. But in either case, that's why. One other, you get one more just for the sake before we go to rapid fire.
Yeah. Well, actually, if I could pivot for a second.
Yeah.
Because as you were sharing, just kind of where the podcast came from, all I was hearing was like, this is someone who has always like enjoyed helping people, right? And finding a way to create opportunity. So that reminds me of what I said earlier about like authenticity, right? That's just who you are, right?
It is. And what's funny is I was talking to my mom. I had a teacher named Miss Harper from 5th grade.
Yeah.
Who used to tell me, stop being so disruptive, stop asking questions. Why would you sign up for 4-H public speaking? Who do you think you are? I remembered that and I decided to do the opposite of what she said. But there have been small moments that I feel like, maybe even add into your first question, that have gotten to the podcast. So during COVID, I created this thing called Monday Morning Coffees. And I just put it on LinkedIn. I said, anybody that wants to come do a virtual coffee, you click the link, bring a mug, and let's just shoot the shit. Let's just talk for a few minutes and have conversation and feel community when we couldn't physically touch and see people in real life. And hundreds of people came over the course of 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And here we are years later with this. So there's that. All right, we're going to go to rapid fire. Okay. Right. Now I'm not responsible for the cards in the deck, even though it's my my deck. We want the first thing that comes to mind. There's no take backs. There's no redos. You can't renege. Okay. All right. Books or movies?
Books.
Pizza or pasta?
Pizza.
Hot or cold?
Hot.
Live in space or live under the sea?
Ooh, live in space.
Do you have something against SpongeBob? I feel offended.
Sorry.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Favorite app on your phone?
Oh my God. Facebook?
Okay, now my pastor would say, get off Facebook or get your face in the book. And he do that little thing where it sounds real asthmatic. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Cookies and cream.
Camping or glamping?
Glamping. I don't even have a dog. You expect me to be out there camping?
I mean, that's fair. Hiking or biking?
Biking.
All right, last one is yours to ask.
Okay. Summer or winter sports?
What sports? I'm not playing no.
Finally. Finally.
I'm not. Go outside and play with the kids. No. My mama knew. I'm not going out there with those kids. I would say those kids. Now, they were my cousins and my siblings. I don't want to go out there and play with the kids. I want to be inside playing my piano, reading a book, writing, looking at bones. I told you cultural anthropology. I wanted to be an anthropologist, or something like that. But outside, I play with the kids. I'm still shocked I joined the Army. If you could have seen me getting that rucksack together, I'm like, ooh, child, this is for the ghetto. But I've done it for 17 and a half years and wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, and thank you for your service.
Thank you. Listen, y'all, we've come to the conclusion of our time. In the words of Southwest Airlines, we know you have many choices when you fly. Thank you for choosing 15 Minutes with. See y'all. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.